So yeah, I kinda died there for a minute. Um, Honestly, this it was not the way that I thought I would go. Um, and this made for an incredibly short series. But it is my first one, so I'm gonna take this as a learning opportunity and, use it for future experiences. So it started out like any other, and I had netherite armor, netherite tools is the end of last episode, but they weren't fully enchanted, so I took my time and, you know, got the villagers that were necessary and fully enchanted like everything. Like I had everything all ready to go. I even had my bow fully enchanted with infinity and all of that. But what ended up happening is after, I got it all, we ended up heading to the end, which was it was pretty easy to find to get the nether portal or the end portal all lit. Made another portal that linked back to our original base for when we were done, but apparently we never got to use it. And going straight from here, we went straight into the dragon fight because I wanted to get it done as soon as possible because I wanted shulker shells and shulker boxes for future builds, but that didn't happen because, I died. So, speaking to you from beyond the grave, the dragon fight wasn't too bad, honestly. It was about what you'd expect. Going straight from here in, and it was a normal thing where you take out the pillars, well, the end crystals, and then from there you just knock the dragon out. I made a kind of shelter just in case there was like a whole bunch of endermen that were after me. That would have been a very bad thing if they were just all there and I had no place to hide. Because, well, it was. Then decided to take out a few of the crystals, going for the short ones first, the ones that were easiest to get. And then going for the ones that were more difficult to aim for. But it wasn't the best of shots, but it wasn't too bad. Going straight from there to giving the dragon a herp of heat from above with my bow and arrow, hitting most of my shots, and then then they bounced off, which is not good. But then I took it there, and I went close in for the kill shot, and here's what the final blow of the dragon. Where this is where it was. I gained a whole lot of experience very fast. Now that the dragon was gone and I had my spoils of wool and all the experience bubbles that are also green and blinky, we went straight to there's a egg, but we went straight to to the end city, which is through the gateway right over there. Now this took a lot of stuff and a lot of walking, and to get there it was pretty darn far. Went all the way to the very outer end islands in order to get an end city, but that was when things took a turn for the worse. I was going to the one on the right, the end city on the right, but in order to cross it, I needed to bridge. But it did not end well because I got my fingers confused. And, well, I got my directional keys mixed up with shift, and holding shift with your pinky, which is your weakest finger, it didn't end out well. Because, well, you'll see, it's not the best. Starting it out pretty fast of explanation of what it is, because I bridged as much as I could, but then I realized that I couldn't make it across even with an ender pearl, So I got a bunch more blocks and took it from there. And well, this is kind of where it started to go wrong. Because I really didn't have the best of options, and I slowed it down here so it's easy to see. But it just didn't go as planned. I was able to go a little ways, but when I misplaced one, and it got me stuck in the corner, it wasn't where I thought I was, and I let go of shift and I fell, tried to pearl, but it was nowhere near close enough. And yep, that's how it ended out. But I decided to record a few more different, snippets of where it was and what all happened. Because if I'm gonna die, I'm going to milk this shot for all it's worth. And yeah, just very slow motion of what all happened. Because I was on the very edge of the blocks placing down, and I was rushing a little too much, a lot more than I should have, and it just didn't work anywhere toward my favor. And you can see just right there when I placed the block just slightly the wrong direction, and it was in just the wrong place on the edge, and then just slightly letting go of shift really was my downfall. And just fell straight down. Now my reaction time probably wasn't the best, but I really didn't have much of a plan because that was out of purling distance anyway. So that really wouldn't have worked. I tried to pearl for that bottom area there, but there was no hope for that. Like, the pearl didn't even land on any of the sides, which is very irritating. But yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, so this really isn't the best way of things, but I'm gonna spectate world and see what all we've done. Like, we have, you can't really see entities, but the cow farm, sheep farm, mob farm, and a lot of the other stuff in this world. Like, here's the villagers. We also had a working iron farm, which was excellent. Which really currently isn't loading in, but yeah. Anyway, that's really all that happened. There wasn't really much there other than what we had done, so thank you as a disembodied head of this, ghost of a world. And well, we'll see you in the next adventure. See you next time.